Under our Constitution and jurisprudence, the chief architect is the President. It has never been the House or the Senate. So it is the President who will say what is the strategy, where we will go. Mr. President, yung pong Nicaragua po, sa ICJ po dinala yon, hindi po sa GA.
Pagkatapos po ng ICJ, sa GA po dinala.
Let me finish, Mr. President.
Just some correcting
And-
the fact,
Yes,
Mr.
and I'm
President.
also correcting also your facts. So my last point is, it's so important that if we don't get all the information, study it well, and maybe help the DFA craft the resolution itself, kung yun ang decision natin, baka maging negative pa sa atin to later on.
Pinas, anong ganap? Panoorin natin ang talakayan ng ating mga senador tungkol sa pambubuli ng China sa West Philippine Sea. Makikita dito ang kahilingan ni Senator Risa Hontiveros na magreklamo sa United Nations General Assembly. Samantalang ipinakita naman ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano ang talino at diskarte na huwag tayo basta-bastang magpapadala sa ating emosyon. Pakinggan natin ang talakayan na nangyari at makikita rin dito sa video na ito kung paano sumang-ayon ang ating Pangulo at ang kanyang kapatid na si Senator Amy Marcos.
Subject of the resolution urging the Philippine government through the Department of Foreign Affairs to sponsor a resolution before the UN General Assembly is China, because it was China who was also, aside from the Philippines, the subject of that landmark ruling in the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which said that there was no legal basis for China to claim historic rights to resources within the sea areas falling within
Economics
the
and
9-9.
everything, no? Because what we need here is a comprehensive strategy. If you look at China, the United States, Vietnam, and Malaysia, klaro ang strategy nila eh. Pero when you look at the Philippines, question mark kung ano ang strategy natin. Interpellation. Ang proposal ko po kasi ay dapat po ang National Task Force mag-briefing sa atin sa committee. Because we agree and we are all outraged about the actions of China. But is the UN General Assembly the right forum for us to get justice? I'm not saying it's the wrong forum. What I'm saying is that, Mr. President, I'm not saying nakalaban natin ang Vietnam at Malaysia. Ha? Vietnam and Malaysia are allies as of now, but they're also claimants. And what I'm saying is that they have a clear strategy. Improve their economy, bilaterally negotiate with China, and then build their defenses. Remember, a diplomat cannot say anything of his personal opinion. Only that of the instructions of the chief diplomat. So that's what my point here today, Mr. President. The chief diplomat has not stated that he wants this taken up sa UN. And yes, we're not a rubber stamp. And yes, may sariling pag-iisip ang Senate. Pero ang konstitusyon mismo nagsasabi na dapat ang presidente ang may diskarte. Let us fully take this up in the committee. Kung kailangan 2 linggo, araw-araw, lahat ng briefing, kung kailangan in your chamber, kausapin din natin yung Chinese ambassador if we have to get think tanks from Southeast Asia, because it's just so important. And I guarantee you, no, if we simply pass this resolution, tapon lang natin sa UNGA, madi-disappoint tayo. Because history has proven what I'm saying, na the UNGA is for consensus. It is not for highly contentious issues like this. I disagree with the President on some issues. I might disagree with him on the China issue, how to deal with China. But I do believe he was the one elected, and we should at least hear out his people, the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea and the DFA, so that we know where we're going, di ba? So once sinabi ni President Bongbong, hindi, dalhin natin sa UN, eto tayo, multilateral, then we're free to agree or disagree and ano. Pero yung uunahan natin siya na hindi pa niya alam, of course, that's our privilege. But sometimes you withhold your privilege because it is better for those who are negotiating. For all I know, the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, because Secretary Manalo is an old hand. Very much respected yan around the world, no? And he knows Minister Wang Yi. For all we know, they are renewing ties and they're bringing up certain issues. For all we know, I do not know. That's why I want to know. I want to hear the National Task Force, and I want what Senator Risa is pushing. Actually, they've been consistent. They pushed that during the Aquino administration. They pushed that during the Duterte administration. She might be right, she might be wrong. But it deserves a discussion. That's what I'm saying, Mr.
Overseas
President.
Filipino workers. Ang pananaw ni Cayetano ay suportado naman ni Senator Amy Marcos.
Sa ayos natin, tayo-tayo. Pero nagkakagulo pag may ibang mga pumapasok na hindi naman sila kasali dyan sa lugar. Hindi naman nila sinasabi na pag-aari nila. Yung nagme-may-ari, ayan, may karapatan na mag-ikot at magpatrol.
Naniniwala si Senator Amy na masusolusyonan ang problema ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea sa pamamagitan ng maayos at mapayapang pakikipagdialogo sa China.
Malaking pag-asa eh. Kasi, unang-una, para sa akin, ang pinakamatinding katibayan, ang China kahit kailan, hindi naman tayo sinakop eh. Ibig sabihin, ano ang kanilang nais? Gusto nila na magkaroon ng development sa ekonomiya, magkaroon ng kalakaran sa trade, ano? Yun ang gusto nila. Ibig sabihin, ayaw naman tayo talaga sakupin. Never naman nangyari sa buong kasaysayan ng Pilipinas.
Sir, there's a resolution being debated sa Senate ngayon. Si Senator Risa Hontiveros wants the DFA to file a resolution urging the United Nations General Assembly to call out China's aggression in the West Philippine Sea. Do you think that this is the proper course of action, or do you believe that the UNGA is even the proper forum to discuss the issue?
Generally speaking, the foreign policy is not set by the legislature. Generally speaking, foreign policy is left up to the executive. So, I mean, of course, the senator is free to file whatever resolution she wants, but I do not know how that will translate to any action that will reach the United Nations General Assembly. The United Nations entertains governments, not parts of government, not the judiciary of one government or the executive of one government. They deal with governments.
Natunghayan natin kung gaano kahalaga ang pagkakaroon ng klarong strategiya at direksyon upang mas mapahalagahan natin at maprotektahan ang soberanya ng ating bansa. Sana meron kang natutunan o kahit papaano ay nag-enjoy ka naman. Kung ganon, pwede bang hilingin namin na i-click mo ang like button, subscribe, at click the notification bell para alam mo naman kung meron kaming bagong mga uploads